વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, લક્ષ સ્કૂલ ઓફ સાયન્સ બામણમાં ઓનમાં ફરી એકવાર આપણું સ્વાગત છે. આજે આપણે થોડીક સ્કૂલની યાદ કરીશું. ઘણા દિવસ થઈ ગયા સ્કૂલ જોઈને. આપણો ઓનલાઈન અભ્યાસ ચાલી રહ્યો છે. થોડીક સ્કૂલની માટીની સુગંધને અહીં આપણે જોઈશું તો મજા આવી જાય. તો ચાલો સ્કૂલની ઝલક જોઈએ. આપણું સ્કૂલનું આ સિમ્બોલ, આપણી આ સ્કૂલનું બાહ્ય દેખાવ કેટલો સુંદર છે. જો ભારત માતા સાથે આ આપણું એન્ટરન્સ. અહીંથી તમે અંદર સ્કૂલમાં વારંવાર જાઓ છો અને યાદ આવતી હશે બધી. કેટલું સુંદર અહીં લાગી રહ્યું છે. આ આપણે હોલમાં બેસીને પ્રાર્થના કરીએ છીએ, ભેગા થયા છે, મિટિંગો યાદ આવે છે કશું? હાલના શબ્દો નિલેશભાઈને આપણા વાતો બધી તો બધું મિસ કરી રહ્યા છે. તો થોડુંક આજે આપણે એને દિલથી યાદ કરી લઈએ એવી ઈચ્છા થઈ. જાત જાતની એક્ટિવિટીઓ આપણે કરીએ છીએ. આ બધું ખૂબ જ યાદ આવતું હશે. પ્રવાસો હવે તો આ વર્ષે ભૂલી જવાનું છે. આ બધું રમતો સ્કૂલને આ રીતે આપણે યાદ કરીએ અને પછી ભણીએ તો મજા આવશે. જય હિન્દ વાલે મિત્રો, પ્રિય વિદ્યાર્થીઓ અને માનનીય પેરેન્ટ્સ. તમે જાણો જ છો, આ મહામારી દરમિયાન બધાની જ નાણાકીય સ્થિતિ સારી નથી. છતાં લક્ષ સ્કૂલ ઓફ સાયન્સે ઘણી ધીરજ ધરી ઓનલાઈન ટીચિંગ ચાલુ રાખ્યું છે. આમ લક્ષ સ્કૂલ પોતાની ફરજ ચૂકી નથી, તો આપણે આપણી ફરજ ચૂકવીશી જ ને. તો વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, વાલીગણ, જે વિદ્યાર્થીની કયા વર્ષની ફી બાકી છે એ ભરી દેવા અમારી નમ્ર વિનંતી છે.
પ્રિય વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો અને માનનીય પેરેન્ટ્સ, આપણે ઓનલાઈન ટીચિંગ ચાલુ જ નથી રાખ્યું, પણ અન્ય કરતાં આપણે ઘણું સારું કાર્ય પણ કર્યું છે. હવે ઓનલાઈન ટીચિંગ લગભગ 5 મહિના થવા આવ્યા, તો ચાલુ સત્રની ત્રિમાસિક કે 6 માસિક ફી તો ભરાવી જ જોઈએ. હજુ આપણે ઘણું કાર્ય આગળ કરવાનું છે. માટે શિક્ષકો અને સંસ્થાનો જુસ્સો જળવાયેલો રહે. જો ફી ભરાશે તો એ પર આધારિત શિક્ષક પરિવારના ઘર પણ ચાલશે. આ મહામારી દરમિયાન આપણે એકબીજાનો સહકાર બનીએ.
જય હિન્દ વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો અને વાલી મિત્રો. આપ સર્વે આ ફી નિયમિત ભરી ઓનલાઈન ટીચિંગ માટે શાળાના શિક્ષકો અને મેનેજમેન્ટનો ઉત્સાહ વધારશો. સંસ્થાને નિયમિત આર્થિક સહકાર આપી આપના બાળકની શૈક્ષણિક કારકિર્દીને વધારે વેગવંતી અને સશક્ત બનાવશો. સો ઇટ્સ અવર હમ્બલ રિક્વેસ્ટ ટુ ઓલ ઓફ યુ to pay the fees as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
Welcome back વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો. So now today we are going to talk about the exercise, and the question 11.3 is showing that draws the structure of isomeric alcohol of molecular formula C5H12O. Now the molecular formula is C5H12O. That means it can be divided into several category in this format. See, I am drawing this thing, so please see this. So here C5 means there are 5 carbon, 1 2 3 4 and 5 carbon each will have. So also the carbon here 3 hydrogen it will be taken, okay, like that. Okay, so out of 12 carbon we have taken here 3. Okay, one carbon, one oxygen and one hydrogen we will put here. Okay, so remaining will be here H, so 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7 8 9 and 10 11 and 12. So this is our first part of this. So first is nothing but the pentane 1-ol. Then from here we will remove the OH and we will put at second position. Then the pentane 2-ol. and then we will put this at 3 position by removing this, then pentane 3 ol. So these 3 isomeric alcohol are there. So hope that you understand first 3 isomeric alcohol. Now this chain of the carbon can be also divided in this pattern. Okay, now we will put 4 carbon in row, and 5th carbon will be taken here as a CH3. Okay, and here OH. So here that means 1 to 3 methyl, 1 pentane of 3 methyl, 1 butanol, and then also this CH3 is removed from here and put here. So that will be 2 methyl pent 1 but 1 all will be there, and then also OH can be taken one time here and another time here. So total 3 plus 3 6 isomeric terms will be there. So here 1 pentane 1 all, then 2 methyl pentane 1 all, so that butane 1 all that we have seen just now, then 3 methyl butane 1 all. So 1 all series is 4 times, and then 2 all series is also 2 times, and then 3 all series, and that one last one is 2 all with the methyl. So this is our isomerism. So I hope that the isomerism for C5H12O will be understood. Now the second question is the classify the isomer in alcohol, question 11.3. So 11.3 question, so primary, secondary, tertiary, such we have to, so that written that is classified as a primary, secondary, tertiary, very easy. Okay, so primary alcohols are pentane 1 all, 2 methyl butane 1 all. 1 all are all the primary alcohol, and now 2 all will be the secondary alcohol, and 2 methyl butane 2 all is the tertiary alcohol. So this question is like this will be posed out. So now next question is 11.4, and 11.4 question suggests that they explain why propanol has higher boiling point than that of the hydrocarbons butane. Okay, so propanol is making interhydrogen bond with among them, so their molecules are making, see here, this is 3 carbon H, and here H. So partial negative charge and partial positive charge will be bonded out with the hydrogen bond, and that's why here in butane we will not have any hydrogen bond, but in alcohol there is a hydrogen bond, and due to that hydrogen bond we will have the more bond, and due to that more bond the boiling point of the alcohol is more than that of the butane. Now next one is 11.5 question. Alcohol are comparatively more soluble in water than the hydrocarbons of the compare. So same answer is there, because hydrogen bond is developed between the water and alcohol. So water and alcohols are developing. Here see alcohol is there, and here see water is there, and these water and alcohol are making here the hydrogen bond, and due to that hydrogen bond, here is the hydrogen bond, this is hydrogen bond, and due to that hydrogen bond the alcohols are more soluble in that situation. So this is our target to talk. So alcohol are more soluble, okay, than the respective butane. So that is the talk. So this is also written here, and that you can write from this question. So what is meant by the hydroboration oxidation reaction? Illustrated with the example. So hydroboration example is nothing but we have seen with the mechanism, and BH3 twice is going to react with the propene. Here see this BH3 twice, out this BH3 we have divided it into the H into BH2, and this H will go with the carbon of the second number, and BH2 will go with the carbon of first number, and that's why we will have this compound. Now here another propene will come into the participation, and that another propene here is going to react with this. So this propene here, now here another, this BH2 is going to break out into BH and H. Okay, so this H will go attacking on here and break the double bond, એન્ડ BH with together these all આ બધા સાથે અહીંયા આવી જશે that is here so CH3 CH2 CH2 will become this one time and this is the two time and total two times with the BH. Now this will going to react with the another BH3. So here is the another BH3 we have. This is propane and see what happened. This will be divided again into the here alkene, that is propane, and B and H. So now this H will attack here and this will attack here, and that's why three times B will be there. Now here we are going to do something else, and now here the peroxide effect is done. See, this is the peroxide effect, and due to that peroxide effect BOH3 is removed and in place of that BOH is substituted out, and that's why like this by means of hydroboration we can develop the reaction. So this is our talking point. Now we are going to talk about the 11.7 question, and in 11.7 question we are provided give the structure and IUPAC name of the monohydride phenols of molecular formula C7H8O. So now C7H8, see, first we will talk about this C6H6. This is the benzene. Okay, so if benzene is like this, this is the benzene, so it is very simple to say that કે જ્યારે કાર્બન અને હાઇડ્રોજન એકદમ નજીકના હોય તો એ બેન્ઝીન રિંગ બનાવશે. તો હિયર ઓલ્સો C7NH8, તો કાર્બન અને હાઇડ્રોજનના નંબર સેમ છે, એટલે they are going to make the benzene ring, and here the benzene ring is made out. So benzene ring with the C7H8O, so here benzene ring C6H, this will be C6H6, that's over. One H is replaced by OH and one is with CH3. So total 7 carbon, hydrogen 8 and oxygen 1. So this is the formula 2-methyl phenol, that is orthocresol. We talk about that 3-methyl phenol, that is the metacresol, and 4-methyl phenol, that is the paracresol, are the isomers of that questions. Now question number 11 point. So what's question number 11 point saying us? That's come on, let's talk. So while separating a mixture of ortho and para nitrophenols by steam distillation, name the isomer which will be steam volatile, give reason. So here when in molecular H bonding is present in orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. In paranitrophenol, the molecules are strongly associated due to the presence of intermolecular bonding. Hence, orthonitrophenol is steam volatile. So, dear students, see here, orthonitrophenol, this thing we have seen in 11th standard. In 11th standard, we have divided the hydrogen bond into two types. One was intra-hydrogen bond and another one inter-hydrogen bond. So inter means what? When H2O is going to make the hydrogen bond with ROH, that is the intermolecular hydrogen bond. But in orthonitrophenol, see, hydrogen bond is among inside the same formula. So when hydrogen bond is developed inside the same formula, then it is known as intra-hydrogen bond. So in orthonitrophenol, the intra-hydrogen bond is there, while in paranitrophenol, the hydrogen bond is inter. So this is intra. This is intra-hydrogen bond and this is the inter-hydrogen bond. So this is the difference between them. So dear students, so inter-hydrogen bond is more stronger than the intra-hydrogen bond, and that's why this will be the volatile thing, and this will not volatile thing because this bond is more powerful than the intramolecular hydrogen bond, and this is the reason why we have paranitrophenol is non-volatile while orthonitrophenol is volatile. Now 11.9, give the equation of reactions by preparation of phenol from cumene. So that everyone know, cumene is on benzene ring if we will put CH3CH3, that is the propane, then it is known as cumene. Okay, this is oxidized by oxygen at 368 Kelvin to 408 Kelvin temperature. Then this will give us cumene hydrogen peroxide. So one intermediate product will be obtained, that is known as cumene hydrogen peroxide. And when this cumene hydrogen peroxide is acidified under the condition of 323 and 363 Kelvin temperature, the acetone and the phenol is obtained. Here the byproduct acetone is also important, and also it is volatile, and due to that reason we will have the one extra ordinary product, and that's why this cumene process is more vital than any other preparation of phenol. Now the question number 11.10 says that write the chemical reactions for the preparation of phenol from the chlorobenzene. So from the chlorobenzene, the very famous process is known as Dow process. So remember the name of this process is also, this is the Dow process, and the Dow process, the formula will be spelling will be DOW, Dow process. Okay, so remember this, in Dow process the chlorobenzene is taken, and chlorobenzene is reacted with the sodium hydroxide at 623 Kelvin temperature with 320 atmospheric pressure. The intermediate sodium phenoxide will be formed, and when sodium phenoxide will be acidified with the HCl, then phenol is formed. So this is also very famous process, Dow process, when chlorobenzene is used to make phenol. Question number 11.11. In question number 11.11, we have the question like this: write the mechanism of hydration of ethene yield ethanol. So ethanol, ethene from ethanol. So first off, we have seen lots of types this hydration in questions. Okay, so here what we can do. So first story is nothing but we know about that water is react with the acid catalyst and hydronium ion, first H3O plus is obtained. Now this H3O plus, here it is H3O plus, is having positive carbon, because in H3O plus oxygen is there bonded 3, oxygen needs only 2 bond, here 1 extra bonds, that's why it is become positive, and that's why the double bond will be attack on one hydrogen and taken out, and in between first we will have protonated alcohol. Now this protonated alcohol is going to react with the another water molecule. Now this protonated alcohol carbon, this extra electron pair of the oxygen will attack on the carbon and attach out there, and this the intermediate product will be obtained. So this intermediate product then finally broken out into water, and so let's see, finally it is broken out into the water and water, that is the hydronium ion and alcohol. So this is the mechanism. Hydronium ion is gain back, and that will repeat the process. So this is our step of the intermediate and alcohol preparation from ethene. Okay, so this is very famous question, I told you at that time also. Now question number 11.12. You are given benzene and concentrated sulfuric acid and NaOH. Write the equation of the preparation of phenol using this reagent. So first of all, so benzene is reacted with the sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid will give you benzene sulfonic acid. Now this benzene sulfonic acid is fused by NaOH, and as it is fused by NaOH, so intermediate product sodium phenoxide will be obtained. Now this sodium phenoxide is going to react with the H2SO4 remaining, and then the phenol is obtained. So this is the very interesting question, okay, how the given reagent will be used out to make the product. Okay, so hope that you understand question 11.12. Now the question 11.13. So how will you synthesize this? That is the conversion, and this conversion is very important. First conversion is like that, okay, one phenyl ethanol from a suitable alkene. So એક આલ્કીનનો યુઝ કરવાનો છે અને વન ફિનાઇલ ઇથેનોલ આપણે ડેવલપ કરવાનો છે. સો બાય એસિડ કેટાલિસ, sorry, so here is the answer, કે by acid catalyst hydration of ethyl benzene. So ethyl benzene is nothing but it is also known as styrene. Okay, so this ethyl benzene is going to react with the water, and the double bond is broken out, and one place OH will be obtained. So this is the our first target to learn out. Now second question is like this: okay, cyclohexyl methanol using alkyl halide by SN2 reaction. So SN2 reaction everyone know. Okay, in SN2 reaction CH3Cl is going to react with the NaOH and above CH3OH is obtained. So this is the most important and most simple reaction કે અહીંયા CH2Cl છે એને NaOH સાથે ફ્યુઝ કરીએ Na અને Cl કટ થઈ જશે બેન્ઝીન Clની જગ્યા પર OH આવી જશે. Okay, so now next question. So next question is like this. Third question, pentane 1 ol using the suitable alkyl halide. So now we are going to make a pentane 1 ol. So when chloropentane is reacted with the NaOH, so NaCl is removed and pentane 1 ol is obtained. So these are the damn easy reactions given. So now dear students, we are going to talk about question 11.4, and in question 11.4 we are provided that give two reaction that show the acidic nature of phenol. Compare acidity of phenol with that ethanol. So now acidic nature of the phenol here is, so first of all, when sodium phenol is reacted with the sodium, okay, so sodium when reacted it will produce the hydrogen, and when anything react with the metal and produce hydrogen, they are known as acid. So here this reaction shows us the acidity of the phenol. So first point is that now this reactions is done with the base. When acid is reacted with base, they will produce the salt. Now this salt is acidic, then the acidity is high, and this salt is neutral, then acidity is not high. So here when phenol is taken with the NaOH, sodium phenoxide, and water is produced. So this is simple. Now this sodium phenoxide is furtherly react with another thing, so we can say that it is acidic. Okay, now acidity of the phenol is more than that of the alkoxide, that is alcohol, because the acidity here will be of the resonance, and this resonance structure I have explained you several times. So many times this resonance structure of the phenol is I told you, and that's why we can say the H plus ion will more time return in phenol than the alcohol, and if the H plus ion is more time return in which they will produce the strong acid, and that's why the phenol is more stronger acid than the alcohol. So this is the question. Now the next question is also very interesting, and this next question is explain why is orthonitrophenol more acidic than the orthomethoxyphenol. So orthomethoxyphenol and nitrophenol, here we have to remember that out of this OCH3 and NO2, so NO2 and OCH3, this is combination is given. Okay, now this is electron withdrawing group. So one is EWD, one is EWD, electron withdrawing group, or G, and electron donator group. So these two things you have to remember. One is electron withdrawing and one is electron donator. So nitro group is electron withdrawing, just we have talked about, and nitrogen group, as it is electron withdrawing, it will take out the electron. The presence of this group of the ortho positions decrease the electron density on the OH bond. Okay, as a result it is easier to lose a proton. Okay, so if it is when proton is in very loose pack, then it will remain in the water, and whatever the remaining in the water, that will nothing but the acidic property. So here nitrophenol has acidic property we have produced just now, but OCH3 is not a withdrawing group. Okay, it is nothing but it is electron donator group, so it will donate the electron, and due to that the density of the OH will not so hard, and we are not able to remove H from this very easily, and as H is not removed very easily, so that's why this will not make any acid. So that's why orthonitrophenol is acidic, but orthomethoxyphenol is not acidic. So that is our idea to understand. So hope that you understand this question also. Now the next question is very interesting and explain how does the OH group attached to a carbon of benzene ring activate it towards the electrophilic substitution reaction. So again draw the structure of the phenol and resonance structure. Lots of time I have explained you. Here this extra electron pair will be donated to this bond, and this bond become double bond, and this double bond will migrate to here. This is nothing but the ortho position. So first we have developed the ortho position. Now in second case, this ortho position is donating the electron here, and that's why this donation group will become here, and that is the para position, and then back this is the ortho position. So that's why when phenol is reacting with any other thing, at that time the second position will be taken as ortho and para position. So the reactions will give you at ortho and para position. So this is very simple logic regarding to the question. Now we are going to talk about 11.17. Give equation of the following reaction. So first equation is oxidation of propane 1 all with the alkaline KMnO4. Now alkaline KMnO4, that is nothing but the strong oxidizing agent, and our knowledge say that when strong oxidizing agent is there, then only the benzoic acid is formed, carboxylic acid is formed, and here is the evidence the carboxylic acid is formed when the phenol is oxidized with the KMnO4. Dear students, remember there are two types of the oxidizing agent. KMnO4 is the strong oxidizing agent, and H2Cr2O4, that is nothing but the weak oxidizing agent, and weak oxidizing agent will give you aldehyde and ketone. Primary will give aldehyde and secondary will give ketone, while the KMnO4 will give you the carboxylic acid, and that is the evidence. Okay, so second question is bromine in CH2 with phenol. So bromine in CH2 with phenol will provide you the ortho and para position, the bromine, and why that we have just discussed. Okay, the third question is a dilute HNO3 with phenol. So dilute HNO3 with phenol will be nitration will be done, and due to that nitration, ortho and para positions of the NO2 will be obtained. So fourth question here, the first question is that treating phenol with the chloroform in presence of aqueous NOH. So aqueous NOH with the phenol and chloroform. So at the one head we will have CHCl2, and then NOH is furtherly produced and CHO is obtained, and last one salicylaldehyde is obtained. So by this reaction we will have salicylaldehyde, and so this is nothing but the Kolbe reaction. So here you have to write the Kolbe reaction, and that is our idea. That will very simple to write the Kolbe reaction. Okay, so now question, explain the following with an example Kolbe reaction that we have just seen. Above reaction is nothing but the Kolbe reaction. Riemann-Tiemann reaction, that is nothing but you have to develop there the salicylic acid, and salicylic acid, how the salicylic acid is obtained, that is written here. So Riemann-Tiemann reactions will give you salicylic acid. So again CHCl, that is chloroform, is in aqueous NOH is reacting with the phenol to produce the intermediate product. When this intermediate product is reacted with the more NOH, first aldehyde is obtained. Now this aldehyde is acidified to get the salicylic acid. So here same to same you have to write first Kolbe reactions, and in Kolbe reaction if acidification is done, then it is producing the salicylic acid. So first Kolbe reactions you know, now Riemann-Tiemann reaction you know, now Williamson synthesis of the ether. So in Williamson synthesis of the ether we have to use the sodium. Okay, so when alkyl halide is reacted with the sodium alkoxide, at that time NaX is removed and ether is obtained, and give any two example for this. So any example you can give this. Now if you want to find out unsymmetric ether, so unsymmetric ether is nothing but the CH3O CH2CH3, and this is the end of the question. Okay, so hope that dear students these questions you understand. Okay, so now next question we are going to see next time. Have a good day.